Hey, how's it going? I did the classic thing where I thought it was not the day that it is. I thought it was Friday, and it is not Friday. It is Thursday in my time zone. Boyo! Never forget the boyo. Why are you the wrong size? There we go. No joke, but it's Friday. It is Friday for you, probably. But it's still Thursday here. I was like, oh, I'm gonna stream on Friday. And I'm like, no, wait a minute. I can't stream on Friday, and it's Thursday. So, none of that's gonna work. Maybe time zone is just wrong, honestly. It is. Because we use daylight savings time. Daylight savings time is awful. It needs to be abolished. Absolutely. Alrighty. Jeez. Yeah. I should have gone live 2 hours ago. Unfortunately, here we are. I was also very distracted by a game dev project, so I was not paying attention to the time. So even if I wanted to stream today, I still was not paying attention. Just lots of mistakes on my part. Many mistakes were made, and here we are. Alright, yeah, so we just did, I think, a regular invitation? I feel like we got whatever we needed to get, so we don't need to do any setup? I don't remember. So whether France is one of the countries that spearheaded the use of daylight savings, and I refuse to take any blame. Well, it's not your fault, it's the French government's fault. Unfortunately, here we are. He's already done this one, right? Yeah. Got them. So we're doing this side now. Book of Lobotomy Corporation, that's right, that's one of those special books. Book of Walter. Book of the Distortion. Book of Lobotomy Corporation. I should get people to show up. This sounds important. Hey, new characters. Big Sis, you've seen the message from T-Corp, right? What? When did we get that? Oh, bugger, I'm about to vomit. She threw a huge drinking party with her friends from the same corner of the backstreets last night. They occupied the whole pub and got wasted all night, I heard. Muller office? Ah, Muller fixer, yeah. Nice. Unfortunately, we're gonna kill them all, right? Presumably. The whole pub and got wasted all night. Just how much did you drink this time? Oh, hey, Rain, my head's still ringing from the hangovers. Keep the lecture for later, yeah? Maybe in an hour or so. What's this? This receipt says use their office funds to pay for it, too. Thank you for utilizing warp services as always. Next train departing is Warp Train UW212. All passengers, please check your pass and make sure you are in the correct carriage for travel. And remember, watch for it. Warn us. We'll all be good. That's not ominous at all. Seems it's our turn now. I always feel ill and out of sorts when I board Warp's trains. Just don't make an arse of yourself like the last time. Anyway, this request is rather unexpected. Went from our corp of all places. Isn't it something right dangerous if our corp has to request another party to do the job? Maybe just using a no-name office like us as bait to test the water before they do it themselves. That's the rabbits, right? Our corp. Say, who's the client for that request? Captain of the Rabbit Team herself. Ah, yes, it is Rabbit Team. Rabbit Corp. Nice. Kids might be thinking I'm just an easygoing drunkard, but every action of mine is calculated, you see? Here she goes again. Rabbits are one unit of our corp. Okay, that makes sense. That Mia last is an old mate of mine. I drank with her just yesterday. You mean... So she's got an easy job for me. Says all I gotta do is give her a small cut of the rewards. No wonder you're so proud about going out for a drink. I was in a rather good mood, so I let her dine like a king and paid for all that with the office card. Is Mio a trustworthy person? She acts like a hot-headed lass, but she's actually pretty nice deep inside once you get to know her. I swear down I'll curse you for the rest of my life if it turns out to be weird nonsense again. All passengers please board warp train UW212. It's nice to be on a vacation after so long. This is our first time taking a warp ride. Is everything going to be okay? Such a worry word, darling. So many people use warp every day. There were several accidents when they were first starting out. You're gonna stay by my side and keep your eyes closed if you're so worried, silly. Ones we know about are the rhinos and the reindeer, and we've heard of ravens, rams, and rats. So all the R animals. Nice. That's fun. Okay, I'll stick fast to you and hold tight. Take care of the mess if I happen to vomit on this carriage, Rain. Big sis, please. Rhinos and reindeers aren't seen in Livercorp, but they're mentioned as being potentially destructive for such cramped spaces. That makes sense. Additional passengers, please fasten your seatbelts. We're departing now. I have always wondered, what's the point of these seatbelts? Courtesy, I suppose. Who knows, it might actually be better than nothing. We'll be initiating the warp in 10 minutes. Oh, you're clinging onto me like a baby. Well, you never know. You're there in just 10 seconds after the train starts. You're cute, so I'll let you be. Why do you have to sit right behind those two lousy lovebirds? Shut it, they'll hear us. Please do not open the doors while the train is in warp. I'll be taking a nap. Wake me up when we're there. It's going to take less than 10 minutes anyway. Whatever. Big sis, wake up. Oh, what's it this time? Something seems to have gone wrong. It's been an hour since we departed, but the train still hasn't arrived at its stop. What's happening, Mary? You said we'd be there in just 10 seconds. That's strange. Shouldn't take any longer than that. 6 hours in. Bollocks, did we get unlucky or what? Warp hasn't had any accidents in the last 10 years, though. I ended up getting trapped here. They haven't had any accidents that anyone's heard about in the past 10 years. Obviously. Break through that door if anything goes wrong. You're insane. A warning said you'll get sucked out into space if we try to open the doors while the train's in warp. 17 hours in. Gonna lose my mind. There's so much art in this game. I'm kind of shocked. They have a really dedicated art team. Crank out this many unique graphics. Where are we? Can't even take off the seatbelt. Tommy, everything will be fine soon enough. I'm sorry, it's my fault for asking you to take a warp train. Train seems to be operating still. Wait, take out your tools now. We're cutting off this bloody seatbelt. 31 hours in. Bloody hell, this is driving me nuts. 300 poor souls are trapped in here, and they do fuck all about it? Now this here is getting eerie. Everyone seems more sensitive than usual. What's funnier is that I'm not feeling any thirst or hunger, even though we haven't had anything in the last 31 hours. Won't even leave a dent on this bloody door. Guess we really are trapped. I don't see a way out. All we can do is wait. Looks like others are slowly losing their minds too. Boy, how about a gamble? What do you mean, a gamble? Saying, maybe we use this. An invitation? It's the stuff I got from you. Never thought I'd use it now. Here's my pen. I'd do anything to get out of this train too. Well, you're in luck. We will certainly get you off the train. We'll not be getting you to your destination, though. A function of the warp? This could be a huge blow to W Corp's reputation if it ever gets out to the public. It's supposed to arrive at the destination in only 10 seconds, right? Yep, the warp trains operating with W Corp's singularity. You can get to any station in 10 seconds, no matter how far away they are. 30-second delay would be a big enough issue already, and a 30-hour delay? That's going to be outright fatal to the corporation's trust. Good news, you're off the train. The bad news, you're booked now. Exactly. Even a singularity can malfunction, it seems. Yes, no technology's ever really flawless. Anyway, I might be able to have an unexpected reunion soon enough. Have any familiar faces in that office? No. You mean Mio, the captain of the rabbit team, then? Yes. Ah. So you had connections to one of the captains from our corp? An Olga person knowing her is surprising enough, but you have some impressive networking finesse too. Well, we probably won't be greeting each other with smiles when we do meet again. Why, you weren't friends with her? Hey, you know what, I guess it makes more sense this way. What did you expect? Do you really think I would have any friends to casually chat with? I was just wondering. Our corp is different from fixers on a fundamental level. Work might seem similar to what fixers do, but they take on things of a much larger scale with a much more professional mentality. I expect no less from one of the wings. Aren't you relaxed? Ew, now this is teleportation. Much faster and better than W Corp's idiotic singularity. Are we really sure we can proceed so carelessly? You said you got that invitation from our corp. Mika, shut him up for a bit. I think I'm gonna vomit right here if I hear another peep out of him. Rain is speaking the truth though. Maybe we should have been more cautious. Sure, no one is on my side. It's all thanks to my quick judgment that we could escape from that buggered train. How much taller Olga is compared to the other two? Yeah, it's quite the size difference. Greetings, dear guests. Good to see you too, lassie. I apologize, we're in a bit of a confusion right now. And she's hungover as well. I understand, I do have experience dealing with drunkards. Hey, you know what? I mean, yeah, I guess she would. There are probably quite a few drunkards in L-Corp, not least of which robots drunken on Keflin. Hey, you know what the hell was going on back there? All I know is that you are a guest invited to the library, I'm afraid. Ah, she's a bit nicer than what Mio told me. You know her? See, we were supposed to dig into the relationship between L-Corp and the library. That's what Mio asked us to do. It's not drunk on a Keflin anymore, now it's just alcohol. That's true. Normal things to get drunk on. I see, so that's how you know about me. You know what's funny, lads? We're talking to a machine, not a person. Let's not anger her now. We'll just take the books, we'll sit on the invitation and leave, okay? Let's be blunt, lassie. You know what relationships the library has with L-Corp, don't you? Mio says the fact that you're in the library is indisputable evidence that this place is related to L-Corp somehow or another. I'm sure you can find the answer to that in the books you seek. Terribly sorry, we'll be going in now. You find your book in this place. She doesn't look as upset this time. They didn't piss her off as much. Since they don't come out, I'm very curious to know where it would have put them. That's a good question. I assume it's probably back where they were, so it would be back on the train, but who knows? When we're talking about spatial singularities, I'm sure things get weird. Alright, well, obviously we gotta stick with the group that has all our pages. We're a relatively freshly geared team, so I guess we'll go with you, Yasad. Your crew. And we're just getting them straight in. No, nameless grunts to deal with first. Okay, you got 2 dice. And you should restore 1 light. That's useful. I want that one. Small damage that also restores light. Discard all pages. For a big damage attack. That's interesting. Discard a page with the lowest cost. Okay, I'm seeing their gimmick now. Oh, I didn't see their perks too. 2 dice. 1. At the end of each scene, to restore 1 light and draw 1 page if the hand is empty. Ooh. That's a really good page. So when you burn your last 2 cards, you gotta draw a page back. It's gonna take a while for all to be available, but discard becomes very strong late game. That makes sense. Discard a page at the lowest cost. In times like these, if 3 or fewer pages are in hand at the end of the scene, gain 1 strength next scene. Recover 3 HP whenever the character discards a page. Okay, that could end up stacking when you got... Well, I guess you can't apply that to a page with multiple dice, but... still interesting. Okay, turn on the lines. I don't know why those aren't on by default. Well, I guess I do know. They would get in the way, but... I do want to know those pretty much immediately. Alright, click them off just because I like keeping track of what numbers I'm rolling. Okay, you got only 1 chance to steal to redirect a clash, and that's this 5 here. I could try to steal this 4. So Paul isn't getting doubled up on. That's probably reasonable. can do a 3 to 8, 3 attacks. That's pretty good. I mean, that might... I want to do... Oh, those are both attacking ball. That's rude. It doesn't really matter which one I interrupt then. Let's block this one so we can get some damage in. Okay, and then you're being attacked now by this one. 484835, that's gonna be rough. 484835. Probably just gamble on the dodge there. Okay, and this is a 3636. I only got 1 light left, but this only costs 1 light, and that's a 3-4 defense. That's unlikely to beat, but it's possible. Wait, no. Can I not? Oh, that costs all 3. That costs all 3 light. Never mind, I don't have 1 light left. Well, that narrows it down then. Okay, that's gonna lose, but we gotta contest. 1-3, 1-4, 1-3. Okay, those are pretty weak. We just... Dramatic overkill counterattack, sure, why not? Nice. Kaboom. And staggered. And didn't dodge, dang it. So now we just get rolled. Okay. Minimum value of 1, raise maximum value by 3. That one's pretty nice. Okay. We have multiple possible redirects here. Rain's weapon is like a Chancellor's sword, but weird. Yeah, what is that? What's going on there? Oh, currently we got 3 attacks targeting this 1 die. That is not ideal. So I think we try to redirect one of these. Let's see. We can steal that one. 1-8 dodge, 2-8 attack. Let's do that. Yeah, okay. This is just a 2-3 attack. Can absolutely counter that. And this is a 1-3, 1-4, 1-3. I want to try to just win the clash. And take the last hit. I think we're fine. We got plenty of health. We can do that. And then you can go ham on Mika. Nice. Nice. Avoid that last hit of damage. Did not dodge. We got a good counterattack in. And that should... Oh, not kill, but close. There we go. Sure. Who's got blunt cards? Almost nobody. You got 1, so you get it. Alright. This should be easy now. Just pretty much any damage is gonna kill Olga here. Alright, so that's a lot of damage there. Do we have anything to counter? Wait for 8. Not directly. Well, we can have 2 chances to dodge. And in the meantime, you can finish off Olga. Guess it doesn't really matter. And then you just pile everything on. And nope. Did not dodge. Rest in peace. He's staggered though. And Olga's dead. Alright, now it's just clean up. I wonder if this is gonna work. Olga's a grade 5 fixer. If she had been hungover, she probably would have wiped the library's floor with the librarians. Nice. Unfortunately, she was not ready to fight. She has paid the price. Dang, we didn't kill. I'm kind of surprised with all the dice we were throwing out. 1 to 15. Oh, Sod's still alive. There we go. Curtain call for the reception of Molar office. No teeth for you. We get all 3 of their books. I don't know if we're gonna get their pages, but we got their books. So we shouldn't be blocked any story progression. Any guess on why R-Corp cares about this place? R-Corp is a major client of R-Corp, and it disappeared into thin air, so it's natural for them to want to look into it. Should really install that mod? Yeah, I really should. I really keep forgetting to do that. Thanks to the hydrate, unfortunately I don't have any water with me, because I didn't plan for this. So I have literally no way of drinking water. It's kind of awkward. I don't even have cups. We don't keep cups here. I had disposable cups, but I ran out. But I'm gonna get dinner after this, and then I'll get water then. But thanks for the hydrate anyway. Drink your sweat? I'm not that sweaty yet. Thankfully. It's only... I don't know, what is 84 Fahrenheit in Celsius? Jeez. Okay, now I'm curious. What is that? 84 F to C. That's 29 Celsius. It is currently 29 Celsius here in February. Lovely. Yes, that makes sense. L-Corp and its nest weren't really special in terms of military power. Must have been a very important client for R-Corp if they're asked to protect a whole nest. That's what you have most summers. But is it normally that temperature in February? Most people consider February to still be winter. But we got like 2 weeks of cold and then we were right back to summer weather. Is February in summer? Generally I would say no. Early spring, if at most. Definitely not summer. There's a mutual relationship too. L-Corp is supplying all the energy R-Corp needed. W-Corp depended on L-Corp's energy supply as well. 3 wings in collusion with each other, huh? So much for trickle-down economics. Unless you're in the Southern Hemisphere. That's true. Spring officially starts in March? True. So it's almost spring. Not quite there yet. Now he's complaining to me, I was simply following my orders. Yeah, employees gotta do whatever their boss tells them to do, whether it's the wings or the back streets. I don't live in Texas because I would just die. Yeah, that's the thing. I don't leave the house. It's hot outside. I don't leave the house. I just have the air conditioner running at all times to cool the house down to... I don't know what the equivalent would be in Celsius, but 70 Fahrenheit instead of 80 to 90 Fahrenheit. Normal temperature. Red shoes. Ooh. We finally get Hod's third Abno. Our third, librarian. Second Abno. Ah. Red shoes is such a weird and mildly horrifying Abno. Yeah. Shoes with the saw blades rising out of them. All the people in the background horribly mutilated. Okay, so what's your gimmick? You don't have any feature right now. You have prioritizes targets with bleed. Even +1 power if target has bleed. Also has a WWE Go attack and Limbus, which is the best bleed skill in the game. That makes sense. That does seem to be its gimmick. I don't remember its gimmick in Lobotomy Corporation because that was one of the ones that we didn't get on our main legitimate playthrough. So it never came up. But I don't remember it existing. Because it was one of the ones that would call people, I think, right? I'm going to add the effect that the target does not lose bleed for the rest of the turn. No matter what, from what source. Nice. That's interesting. So you can bypass anything that makes them otherwise cleanse bleed. It was to charm his employees to wear it, and then they go on a killing spree until they get killed. And Lobocorp. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I remember that. Yeah, the other Project Moon game that starts with an L. Actually, all three of them do. Yeah, we got Lobotomy Corporation, which is LC. We've got Limbus Company, which is also LC. And we've got Library of Ruina, which is LR. So I guess there's one that breaks the pattern. Okay, anyway. So basically, there's two enemies here. This one inflicts bleed. This one damages people that have bleed. And this one's less of a threat as long as its target doesn't have bleed on it. So I think we just don't want to get hit. I mean, easier said than done, obviously. Oof. 110 dodge is probably all we got, and that's not very good odds. 2-6 block is not going to do much. Yep, that's what we gotta do. We can't redirect it. Alright, 4-5. That I have a decent chance of dodging with a 1-9. Big theory that the Limbus Company wants to take all corpse places a wing. That would make sense. They already got the L in the name. Dang it. We are blooded. Dang it. Well, that didn't go well. We're taking damage now. Yep, so that is now a 9-10. Great. I guess just try to reduce the damage. And a 4-9. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to swap out our cards, I think. I think we just don't have good cards for this. which makes sense because we haven't touched Hod's team in a long time. Look at the day! Oh boy. Light dice game 1-2 power. Okay. Spend a lot of time agility on cards from the most recent fights, even for the same cost they do tend to go from power. Yeah, it makes sense. Like, the fight's easy enough, then it's a lot of extra effort to go in and reshuffle everyone's fights, but... Okay, and they're just gonna keep doing the same attack over and over. They don't seem to have much of a... much variety. Okay, and I want the face... Dang it! I panicked. That's unfortunate. Or is that good? That was good, never mind. I wanted it to be angry, okay. Not happy. Interesting. Yeah, block dice. Anyone even have any block dice? You've got one. Angry makes you get power, happy makes you lose some. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, and that's just gonna keep doing the same. Three, 7. That'll make it a 5-9. Or a 5-9, 5. Yeah. 5-8. Let's do that. And then hit this one with everything you got. We got... probably that one, Strong Strike. Okay. Wait for the right face. There we go. Dang it. It rolled too good. You're very low. But they're both attacking hard. I can technically steal one of them. But, 16 against a 4-9 attack. Probably dead, but let's see. Maybe we survive. Something like +0 at neutral, then +1, 2 towards angry, and -1, -2 towards happy. That would make sense. Yeah. Based on what I've seen so far. Okay, so what does a weak do here? Blunt. Okay. We have bleed, we don't. It doesn't really help, but maybe we get the second attack off. I don't think the face matters here, but just in case. Yep. Survived though, but now Isabel's staggered. Unfortunate. Okay. That's what it is. Okay, that makes sense. I'm pretty sure we just lose anyway at this point, but... The combats are resolved in speed die order, right? So like the 6 will go first, and then the 4, and then the 1. Yeah, so if I don't contest the 6, I'm just dead outright no matter what. So we're just gonna have to do that. That is the highest die I have in my inventory right there. It's the 3-6. His clashes still follows in that order. Makes sense. One look angry. There you go. Draw. Counterattack. 11. Dead. Yep. Rest in peace, Odd. And it's just gonna be the same thing every time. No variety at all. There's a draw. Counterattack, and dead. Technically not dead, I guess. Very, very close to it. Can't believe the gimmick fight is following a gimmick. Yeah, well, some of the gimmick fights that had more than one attack involved. Oh, they have fixed speed? Oh, do they? I didn't even notice. That makes sense. They did keep rolling 6. That makes sense. Okay, well, let's let's fix that, shall we? Alright, we haven't burned the books yet. Top one has a speed of 6.6 and the bottom one had 1.1. That makes sense. Okay. Rain, Olga, Molar Office. Oh, we have 1 book of Mika. I see, so... I don't want to spend it just in case. So we might have to redo that fight. Yeah. We got Rain and Olga's page, though. That was the important part. You know what? They had good cards, too. At least interesting looking ones. Maybe we'll just redo that fight real quick. It was pretty easy, relatively speaking. Yeah. That's still good. It's on the easy part of the game. Yeah. Thank you, Project Moon. Difficulty spike is a difficulty spear. Here's where it starts ramping up, part because they give you more liberty as to who you're going to fight. Makes sense. Always fun. And you're just getting dual attacked and there's nothing I can do about it. 1-3, 1-3. Both those we have a pretty good chance of dodging. Two, 3. Don't mind if I do. Okay, I'm clashing on that one. I like the music. The music is really great. Let's just dogpile on Olga. Nice. Easy dodge. Easy life. Ouch. Still, that was effectively only 1 failure's worth of damage because we dodged all the others. Beat the dodge. And staggered Olga, first turn. Let's go. And now we get the worst music. Okay, you steal that. Okay, don't have enough light for any of that, actually. Never mind. You can't do anything this turn. Need more Mika's page, probably want to keep her alive so she builds up emotion. Okay, that makes sense. So we'll leave her alive then. Slam. Slam. Dead. Olga's been retired. Ouch. Did not get staggered. Now we're staggered. Okay, so Paul's not doing so hot, but everyone else is fine. We're not gonna miss Paul then. Oh yeah, we got the good music back again. Okay, 3636. 4635. So I understand the music changes, neither do I. When I dodge to attack. They managed to stagger and they didn't actually attack the person who was staggered. And they depend on team emotion levels. Yeah, that does make sense. Yeah, 4 speed dice to their 2. In pretty good shape. Okay. Still only 1 light. I mean, that settles it. Alright, and then let's steal that 4. There we go. That hit, but that's fine. Staggered. And then Mika's still up. Yeah. 1 damage. Got a lot of good blunt attacks built up. Okay. You're doing a weak trio of attacks. We'll counter with a strong trio of attacks, how about? We'll just end you. Rain defeated. And Mika staggered and low. Excellent. %100% chance of getting 4 copies of Book of Mika. Okay, that's what we're looking for. I do appreciate that they show you the chance. Not to crap on Project Moon, but they're not known for having the greatest quality of life in their interfaces. So I appreciate that they do have that. There we go, look at that. Pretty good selection of books from that. Not too hard of a fight. That was worth repeating. Is it shitting on Project Moon if it's true? No, but I still feel bad. There we go, okay, we got 4 copies of Mika's page. And mostly I want those 0 pointers. Those are useful. Maybe a few copies of the 3-pointer. This tutorial was very confusing until fairly recently, yeah. Sounds about right. Okay, Hod. Absolutely need to get you a 2-dicer. Norm 1, everything's super pierce, but you can endure. Sure. Yeah, it's Sans page, which isn't bad, but give you rain. Okay. Yeah, it's just free light. It's on use. It's not bad for a 1-pointer. They got multiple attacks. So the more powerful 1-pager. One lighter. So the case of one of the main advice for new players is go watch this guy's video guides, are better than the tutorial. Sounds about right. Alright, then 2 2-pagers and 2 3-pagers, I think. Or 2-pointers. I'll undo that. It's pretty potent. Shocking blow, it's also very potent. Scratch that. I mean, there's a reason it's one of our best cards so far. And I like Retaliate. It doesn't have as many attacks, but the 110 dodge is useful. I mean, look at this. I got no dodges. It's probably fine. Alright, similarly... It's just like, objectively, I think the best 0-point thing we have so far because it is just free light. Now let's give you some dodges. 2-6. 6-1-8. Okay, well I know what we're building for. We've got one guy that hits you for 4-9, one guy that hits you for 10-10, or 9-9, if you're bleeding, whatever it is. It's full house, +5 power, the next time it works is great, yeah. So we need things with high guaranteed numbers that can beat that. Which there's not going to be very many of. 3-6, 1-8, 2-4, 5-6. Yes. Your brain, because every time you hear hi, you want to go hello. Hi, hello, yes. Floor of 2, floor of 3, floor of 5. Yes, I want that actually. Is that better? 5-7, 5-6. And with the 5-7. 4-12 isn't bad either. Oh, how are you? Hello! That's cute. Tally's just good. 4-8's got a pretty good chance of not getting hit by this guy. I need some 1-pointers. We have any 1-pointers that are useful here. I think just the 1-8 dodge, which is not great. My light cost, yeah. Heck, if anything, maybe I just triple down on 0-pointers so we can Keep the light going. Just expect to get hit on these. And like one pointer with some defense that would actually be useful. 2-5. 1-5. 2-4. 3-4. I guess a 3-4. So let's try that. Let's see what happens. Yeah, okay, so it's always gonna go like this. That's the 4-5. And that's the 4-9. Let's try to beat the 4-9 with a 5-10. So you can always redirect the bottom one, yeah, that is nice. So we can do that. You can beat a 4-5 with a 4-8, probably. Then we get a free attack on this guy. 5. Nice. Handily beat that. 4-7. Nice. Yeah, it's a much better first turn, that's for sure. Okay. There's the 4-9. We got a 5-7. That's what we got. And then a 4-5. I think we can't do a retaliate. I guess we try to block with the gamble. And we throw on the Fierce Onslaught, and we're gonna lose the gamble. Or the retaliate because of the gamble. 7. Oh, we tied. Excellent. Lose that, but then we get free hits off. Almost staggered. Staggered, nice. So, all detail that you like with this fight is that you're fighting 2 legs, 1 with each shoe. That does make sense. It is a pair of shoes. Okay. Hod's the only one with cards. Okay, so that's the 4-9. Got a 4-6. That's not good odds, but that's what we got. And throw everything else into exploiting the staggered 1. 5. That's potentially beatable. We clash. That's okay. That's fine. Let's draw. Oh, I forgot to wait for the right face. Whoops. Good thing that could have been worse. Okay. Neither of us will bleed. Neither of us will bleed. Okay. So we don't need to worry about the 4-5 as much. We're just gonna have to hope that the 4-12 beats the 4-9. That's a lot of RNG. The 4-12 beats that. Nice. 1 down. I keep forgetting to wait for the face. Gosh darn it. Alright, well, we're about to win anyway. It's fine. Ah, new ability. Okay. 2-4 recovers HP equal to target's bleed stacks. I've got no bleed stacks. Excellent. This is fine. Well, we can't actually win any of these dice rolls, so I don't know if it's fine or not, but we're trying. Now, I should have had them redirect with all these defensive dice. Whoops. I didn't think that through. Oh well. Wrong face. What am I doing here? Dumb things. Oh, I did redirect. Okay, cool. Okay. Well, that should take care of them. Angry face. There we go. Now we win. Expression of red shoes complete. Hello, hello. Got some fresh books for you. Hi, Roland. You're working hard as always. You tell me. If only our mishead librarian could appreciate all this hard work with a huge reward or anything. How are you doing with Angela, by the way? So-so, I guess. She can be scary at times, but I can live with it. Angela seems to be the most comfortable when she was talking with you. Really? To be fair, all the librarians I've met so far did seem to despise Angela. Told me before about your motto of that's that and this is this, right? I've been thinking, and I don't think I can follow that. I'd have to loathe Angela with all my being, but I just can't get myself to bear any unconditional hatred towards her. Oh boy, that took a turn. Guessing it's because Angela has her fair share of tragic history and stuff? That's right. Everyone has their own stories, even if someone's committing bad things right now. I don't want to judge them based on solely the snippets I see of them. So I try to understand them in depth. Man, you're an angel. I wish you saw Nedzak were half as kind as you. Do I look like a good person to you, Roland? Don't know about that. Kind and good aren't exactly one and the same. Is that so? I wasn't really a good person, you see. Oh, is this about your first and second lives? I remember Malkuth talking about them. I see, that's how Malkuth put it. Yeah, you're right. My first life was a tragic one. That seems to be the case with everyone here. You're all doing research to cure humanity, right? So many people were killed because of me. Huh? You're admittedly pretty good at fighting as a librarian. You don't smell like a serial killer or anything. Do I? Still think I'm directly responsible for their deaths. I snitched to the head about the experiments we were doing, and about the atrocious things we were committing. I sent an arbiter to the laboratory, and killed so many of my colleagues. When I heard the news, I couldn't take it anymore, so I took my own life. What happened there? I had to watch as Malkuth, Yasad, and Nedzak died horrible deaths in the laboratory. What happened to a young boy who participated in the experiment? That's not all. We injected people with drugs and recorded the changes and side effects they made. Within the city? No, the laboratory was in the outskirts, to avoid the head in its eyes. Now you can see that I'm not a good person at all, right? Nope, it's not that. I'm frowning because there's one thing about the story I don't understand. The head bothered to dispatch an arbiter just to take care of a research project that got some people killed? One that took place in the outskirts, outside of the city limits? This part doesn't make sense. Are you really sure it was an arbiter? That's what I heard. It matches what I learned in Lobotomy Corp. During my second life, too. It's still too hard for me to believe. Pondering over odd things, Roland. Thought you'd lambast me for being a traitor. Now, betrayals happened on a daily basis where I used to live. Besides, real betrayals tend to be a whole lot more cruel. Are you from one of the nests, Hod? Yeah, I was born in a nest. Went to school in a nest. The other librarians are too? Most of them are. There's one from the back streets, and one from the outskirts, but that's about it. Yeah, you guys are all elites, huh? Gotta wonder how you ended up living such miserable lives. You all have the drive to leave behind the comfort of living in a nest for a research facility in the outskirts. That must have taken some determination. My bad for calling you a bunch of spineless snobs. We were full of passion, too, which I ended up betraying. That means the reason you can't blindly hate Angela was mostly an excuse for yourself? I guess. I made a huge mistake once, but I want to be better now. I want to become a better person. Sure, everyone wants to. At the same time, a part of my mind still can't forgive Angela. Already spent 2 days on the stalemate. You're holding up much better than I expected. Of course we are. Do you really think we go to sleep just because you told us to? However, it is only a matter of time. Time is what matters to you most right now. Our employees have sustained too much damage. Regenerators are at their limits, too. Put up with the play for such a long time, I could pass a day or two in an instant. The last 2 days have felt so long and slow. Angela, your filthy deed born out of your own personal desire shall never be brought to fruition. Ah! Circumstances are no longer the same as before, Gebra. I am now aware of the existence of Ego and its capabilities. Employees from the welfare and disciplinary teams have fallen. You'll never get to spread the light for those 7 days you all planned. It would last, perhaps 4 days at most. I'd be left with only 2 or 3 days worth of light for myself. In any case, none of us will have won this battle. What is your point? I'd like to make a proposal. I want to live, you see. Angela offered us a deal, and many of the Sephiroth were against it. So Bina decided it'd be funny to be an agent of chaos. That was enough for her. Yeah. Just like, oh, you're throwing a rebellion? Sure, I'm in. Why not? Lobotomy Corp sucks. Sure. Sephiroth. Oh, that's what librarians were called back in Lobotomy Corp. 9 librarians sleeping on each floor, you know? I see. Yeah, the ones I met didn't seem too happy with this job. Guess that's why you all hate Angela so much. Me, Malkuth, Yasad, Netzak, and Hakma were the ones opposing her offer. That means the other 4 approved it. Angela wasn't completely alone, huh? To be fair, they weren't actively supporting it. It was more of a deferral. One sec. Why are you against her offer if you thought she could eventually become a better being? It's silly, I know. Even in the middle of that, I was thinking I could repent for my sins with death. Hold on, you what now? You're supposed to die at the end of the plan Angela ruined? Yep, the whole thing was meant to end with us shutting down, falling into eternal slumber, knowing that our long-desired wish was fulfilled. Geez, you're all ready to accept a morbid fate like that? You're always surprised over the oddest details, Roland. I thought you blamed me for running away from my problems, even at the end. Now, that's totally normal reaction in my opinion. I'm not a very strong or spirited person, so I get why you do that. So in summary, you objected to Angela's offer at first because you wanted to forfeit your own life as the last step of your atonement. But now that you've had some time to think things over, you're willing to give Angela a chance? Yeah, that's about right. It's a rather heavy topic for me, but you summed it up neatly. Now things are bound to seem lighter from an outsider's perspective. Thanks for listening anyways. It helped me sort through my thoughts, too. You're welcome, miss. It's all part of my work. These little social links with the librarians. Alright. Oh. Start of the scene, each enemy is allured at a 50% chance. Allured enemies prioritize the librarian as a target and deal plus 2 to 4 damage with attacks, gain 1 to 2 power in clashes against allured enemies. Ooh, that's interesting. Definitely want that on someone with 2 speed dice then, to be able to do 2 clashes. All characters apply twice as many stacks of bleed. Okay, that could be really good for certain builds. Slash dice gain 1 to 3 power, take 2 to 5 stagger damage when a slash attack does not connect. Interesting. I mean, that's pretty potent as long as it hits. And if it doesn't, that's pretty punishing. Makes sense. I like how all these are the riskier ones with downsides. I'm gonna bleed you, but this floor is good with a bleed setup. I can't imagine why you'd say that. Oh, we can do Netzaks right away, too. Okay. Well, let's gear up the new person before we forget first. Oliver! Welcome to the club, Oliver. You can have Mika's page. Round out the set. Alright. Oliver, I hardly know her! Indeed. Retaliate, brawl. I guess we could look at things with bleed. Got 3-4 bleed. 3625 bleed. No, one of those paralysis. 3635 bleed. Yeah, that one's better. Crush. And some one-pointers. Got one-pointers that do bleed. And his bind. Burn. Current HP equal to bleed stacks, that could be useful. When I bleed. Sure. Only one of those is not very good. And for the last one, let's get a good one-pointer defensive card. 1A dodge, 2 forward block. How about that one? Cool. What time are we at? We're over an hour. Let's do like one more fight. I'm gonna swap with these cards. I mean, my fixer's pretty far back. Not that far back. Okay, so losing a mental repair for next time. And physically prepare by installing a mod. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. They're not going to be good cards, but let's figure out how we need to rebuild. Ah, Child of the Galaxy. Classic. And these look identical. So our 10% HP at the start of the scene does not activate if the current HP is 1. HP does not go below 1. Becomes staggered upon taking lethal damage. After 2 scenes, recover HP equal to the current HP of another ally. All allies have 1 HP at the start of the scene die. This fight's weird. Okay. Oh, and I can't. Okay, I can scroll there. Start the scene if there's an ally with 1 HP, all characters lose 10% of their max HP. So basically, you gotta kill them both at the same time. More or less. Or you want to be hurting them both simultaneously. All characters isn't just them. Oh, I didn't put that together. All characters lose 10% of their max HP. Ooh, okay. Good to know. I did not register that. Okay, 110 dodge, 3-6 strike. 4-5 is okay odds of deflecting that. And I'll just cancel out. Now I know. Knowing is half the battle. 2-4, 2-4, 2-4. Sure. Nice. Oh, do a little damage, do a little damage. So Pierce attack, reduce the max start. Stagger resist the target by 5%, up to 50%. 5-10 stagger damage to all enemies. All allies recover 5-10 stagger resist. Let's save that one for later. Neither of us currently have piercing attacks, actually. That's fine. You say that knowledge is power. That's true. Alright. 5-7 has a decent chance of breaking through that. Dodge. And drew and took damage, so that was a net negative. Turn. He did nothing. And I keep healing. It's very rude. Two forward defense. Okay, yeah. Deal with that. There we go, finally. Instantly staggered. That works. Ton of great odds of blocking the second attack that inflicts 2 fragile. That doesn't sound good. That's what we got. Two 6, 5-1-6, 4-5. So 5 average, 4.5 average, 3.5 average. 2.5 plus 3 is 2.5 plus 3.5 is 7. So that does the most damage. Yeah, okay. Yeah, sounds about right. Okay, we can't steal this. You're just gonna take both hits. I'm sorry. Alright, now we need to stagger the other guy. Block. Nice, okay. Let me just take these hits, unfortunately. Okay, we're keeping both people about even on health. That's good. $110 and then a 3-6. Just gamble on winning the retaliate. You tear into that one. Nice. Down to 15. Okay, this is fine. 110 dodge, then a 3-6. Can block it, restore some light. 5-7 has a good chance of breaking through that. Did not. Dang it. We did nothing that turn. Three 2-4s. And we're out of light. Yeah, just got to beat him on the damage. Did not. Did not. We are just losing every single roll-off. Every clash. And now we're out of dice. Out of light, rather. Okay. And while they're healing... And we're staggered. Yeah, these are not hard enemy cards. They're just back to full health. So I can't do damage fast enough. So I think we just come in here with higher damage average cards and we win. He heals so much. Because they heal 10% of HP every turn. Hi, Carrick. Not streaming for much longer. This was started way later than I originally intended. Be worth bursting one out at one until death and use the 2 turns before it comes back to burst down the other. Yeah, maybe if I had 3 dice and more light to work with. Right now it's not doing much. He did make it before the end, that's true. Is my Volga's page to one of them? Yeah, that's probably the play. We're just losing the war of attrition here. They're not even doing much damage. We just can't hurt them. Switch has the key page of the cards and his deck come with it. Yeah, that makes sense. That is nice. I just have no light to work with. Slowly dying. I can burn through that, no problem. That one very low, but not down to 1. And we're out of light again. Yep. That's healing. And that one's staggered. Meanwhile, the other one's back up to half, and we're about to die. Heal so fast. Okay, well, I can't use any of my 3 power cards, so you're just gonna have to use the 2 power card and hope for the best. And you're low, so I really can't afford for you to die here. Ugh. Single digit HP. Meanwhile, they have a little bit better than that. Alright. Yeah, like, they don't even do that much damage. We're surviving quite a while. Alright, there's really nothing you can do. You're just gonna have to take that hit and die. Yeah, and I can't steal that attack, that clash either. I got no light. Yep. That's that. There we go. Alright, that's not happening. Cool. So we'll try that next time. Actually, let me just go ahead and while I'm thinking about it, swap out the key pages. Showing up rains, actually. And I can give HUD lose page, sure, why not? And because someone else is already geared up, so I don't have to think about it. His wife Xers, sure. Roland, whatever you have this set in, this is this and that is that. So true. Now just stuff everyone for everything with the last stretch of the game. You'll define with 2 to 3 team equip top. Fair enough. That's true. I mean, usually we can do them, beat them in 2 rounds of librarians. Alright, but I'm gonna call that there. I'm gonna go get dinner before I head to bed. It's already nearly 10 p.m. and I usually try to get in bed before midnight. Sorry for starting late. I meant to do a longer stream today and it ended up being a shorter stream. But such is life. Probably no stream this weekend. I'll be doing a game jam and I'll probably be focused on that. Yeah. It's possible that I end up streaming while I work on the jam, but it's also possible that I don't. It'll just depend on if I feel like that's going to take too much of my energy away from me or not. So don't count on it, but it's possible. Who knows? But either way, I'll see y'all next time when I see you. We'll definitely be back next weekend with more Luigi's Mansion and Library of Ruina. And I'll try to squeeze in a weekday stream as well at some point. So I'll keep people posted, figure out what my new cadence is going to be. So yeah, thanks for being here, Yahazu and Carrick. Yeah, I really don't feel like raiding anyone. We'll just do a quick offline raid to Oshu. Have a great weekend, everyone.